Yes, yes. Welcome everybody. How you guys doing today? Yes, yes, yes. Make it happen, guys. Make it happen. Guys, put down the chat. Where you coming from? I'm super pumped. Who in here excited about life? Who in here excited about life? I am excited about life. How about you? Let's make it happen, guys. Put down the chat. Where you coming from? What do you do for work? Turn on your camera, guys. Come on now. Where's everybody at? Where's everybody at? I want to see you. I want to see you. Is that? And now you can participate, but now I can hear you. All right. Joey Mack from New Jersey. All right, Joey in the house. Joey in the house. Let's go. What's the big why, Joey? What's the big why, huh? Why are you doing this, guys? What's your big why? Put down the chat. And what do you do for work? Why you want this? If you're not clear on your why, you're not gonna do it. Okay, you gotta be clear on your why. And my Tony Robbins, my mentor, teach me a long time ago. Definitely know your seven level why. Why do you want that? It's not just the money, right? It's never just the money. Why do you want that? Why do you want that? And if it's come down to the why where you are crying, where you are emotional, that's when you know your true why. Okay. So for example, on the surface, my wife was just in the beginning was just making money, have more freedom. Then after I got my freedom, my wife was my mom who was going through cancer. I retire her, take care of her, the whole family. And then why do I want that? Because I want to be the man to take care and fulfill the promises I made to my loved one. Okay. After that, a few years later was my wife who retired, wanted to retire her because I love her from the bottom of my heart, you know, and uh, and it's really painful to see if she's gonna have to go to work for me. I want to feel like I, my biggest dream is to just take care of her and travel around the world, right? And then be a good example for all my students to change 1 million families, get financial freedom, change generational, wealth for all of us, right? So that's my vision. 1 million families. Y'all want to be one of them? All right, let's make it happen. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, please turn on the camera. Good to see you guys. What's up? Good to see you. Jennifer, Autumn, Hal, Robin, Carmen. Come on, guys. Turn on camera. Love to see you guys. The more we do business with people we like and trust, right? So it's hard to like and trust if people don't see you. You never know. You might be your next partner in this whole community right now. Many people does. All right. Carrie, good to see you again. Alberta, Canada is in the house. All right. Carmen, New York in the house. All right. Joey, for your family. Amen. Robin, pay off my house for my investment property. Awesome. What do you want to do after you pay it off, huh? All right. What do you want? Why? Why do you want that? You see what I'm saying? Why? Why do you want that? Okay. Energen from Atlanta. Cool name. Traveling is too dark. Okay. All right. All right. All right. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So I want great opportunity to be able great recovery houses for people cast away by family. Oh, that's a great why right there, Carrie. All right. And is how you say your name? Zit Zobi? Someone messed up your friend there. Financial freedom. All right. Tennessee in the house. All right. There you go. Robin want to retire. Okay. What do you want to do when you retire? Where do you want to go? What's that dream life for you? Okay. Next guys. All right, let's get started here. So always dig deeper, okay? Dig deeper with your wife, with your family. Who are you fighting for? Because you're gonna do more for other people than you do for yourself. That's a guarantee, right? You will do more for other people than you do for yourself. Okay, let's dive straight in here, guys. So I'll do everything in my power to make it worth your while tonight. That's my promise to you. Okay. So all I ask for in exchange for this whole free event. Everything is free here. Put your credit card away. Nothing to pitch to sell today. All 2 hours today, 2 hours tomorrow. All free information. I'm going to compress 20 years of my experience, over $1 million into myself to help you guys. Okay, and no pitch. So don't worry about that. All right. It's all about value giving. It's a thank you for following me of all these years. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I appreciate you guys. All right. So, and y'all commit to show up and learn for yourself, right? And the pats on the back right now too for showing up tonight. I know a lot of you can be a million places, and I know there's a lot of things out there that trying to distract you and everything. And I definitely respect you guys for showing up here instead of just watching the TV, Netflix, and all that stuff, right? They're not going to change anything for your life. So all I ask for is just your full attention for the next couple hours here that can change your life. Can I have your commitment to do that? Okay. Put some likes and heart in the chat. Raise your hand, whatever you want to do. But yeah, make it happen. Okay. The more you can commit to your dreams, your goal, the more you can accomplish. That's all. All right. Want to have a better start for my grandson. I like that, Jennifer. Okay. Want to help with affordable housing. All right, good. Nikki, I'm looking for passive income retire. Amen to that. Okay. All right. All right. And what y'all want to do after you retire? You thought about that? What's your legacy look like? Okay. What do you want to remember by? Those are legacy questions, right? Put down in the chat, you know. All right, so how I went from a trap corporate slave to have absolute freedom with corporate housing, insurance housing, without owning properties, have any employees, or even you don't even need real estate experience. We have helped hundreds of people by now, nationwide for the last 10 years doing this. That's why we've been shouted out by the biggest name in the world, like Tony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, Grant Cardone, to their community. I literally been to Tony House and jump in his whole cold lunch and hot lunch. I'm a platinum partner with him. I played chess with Sir Richard Branson, at literally his own island. He's on his own island, and Grant Cardone on his yacht, right? So to be around that kind of energy and the things I learned from all these billionaires, I'm going to pass on to you as much as I can today. Okay, I'll do everything in my power to make it worth your while. Stay into the end, and I will give you the blueprint on how you can do this as well. Okay, the longer you stay, the better it's gonna get. Like that I can promise you. Okay, because I reward people who show up for themselves. I reward people who stay late and stay committed and participate in the chat. So boom, who didn't want me to analyze the deal, their markets, right? Who didn't want me to look at your specific deal situation, all of that, right? When you have a questions, all of that, right? So stay tuned, participate in the chat. I see Joey going on fire here. Love it. So you know what? Hey, if you have a question, guess who I'm gonna answer first? Of course, Joey, because he's been giving me good energy here. I like that, right? That's what I'm talking about. All right. So I invested over $1 million into my mindset and my strategy over the past 20 years. And my goal today and tomorrow is to compress 2 decades of my experience, knowledge, over $1 million into myself, what I learned from all these billionaires into these 2 days. Sounds good? And you know what? It's all free. Hello. You like it? You like free? Okay. There you go. You don't have to charge nothing. Okay. So there you go. I discovered the one vehicle that helped you get absolute financial freedom, right? I'm talking about not just money freedom, but there's time freedom, there's relationship freedom, and then there's location freedom. What I mean by that, a lot of doctor, lawyer have money freedom, right? You can make a lot of money, but can you take off 3 months and go in Costa Rica like we did in the beginning of the month, And or last before that we were in Paris, Santorini, just like decided book the next flight, go there, stay there for weeks until we want to go there. You know, that's what the freedom we're talking about, right? So I have my MBAs where I look at hundreds of different models. I've been in rooms where all these billionaires are at. I haven't found any other strategies that you can make this kind of income while having this kind of freedom. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money. It's about freedom, right? It's about lifestyle, relationship freedom. What I mean by that, a lot of people make good money, but if you have like hundreds of clients where you have to always answer the phone, always calling them, always answer them, you don't really have the relationship freedom, right? With this corporate housing, corporate clients, insurance clients, guess what? They don't want to talk to you. They want to wire you monthly income and leave them alone, right? That's the best kind of client. You got me? Okay. You ever like rented before? Do you ever want to talk to your landlord? No, right? No, especially corporate clients, corporate company, you know. That's why I love about this business because you don't have to talk with a bunch. I know a lot of people, do real estate, they do like big deals and all of that. They have hundreds of investors, 10 different partners, and I looked at into that too. But man, at the end of the day, you got 100 people calling you about their money. I mean, that's a lot of clients, and you can't just not answer them. So this one, that's what I'm talking about, absolute freedom. That's why you're able to travel around the world and location freedom. So you can literally do this on your phone, guys. Literally, like, guys, do you understand? This does not happen in the thousands of years that we've been on this earth. Only in the last like 10 years, this opportunity. So you guys, we're in the best golden age, the best time to have the best lifestyle. I mean, we can live like kings and queens nowadays, with this business. Literally, like, literally, you go like, we're about to go to Bora, right? You can go to Thailand or whatever, Bali, you've been there too. You can live like a king with this kind of income over here. All right. So anyway, I learned from the right people and I refuse to give up, right? Whether it's, on the yacht with Grant Cardone when his top executive play poker, or jumping the cold plunge, hot plunge in the Tony Robbins mansion going backstage, or play chess with Sir Richard Branson, who worth $5 billion. Okay. You wanna you wanna know what do you say to a gentleman who is a knighted by the Queen of England himself, sitting like right across from me, worth $5 billion. What do you say to him? I mean, a loss for words, right? On his own island, that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He invited me to his birthday party. We like on his not his yacht, guy, his cruise line. His cruise line. Okay, he has a cruise line. So anyway, I'm gonna pass as much as I can to you. The biggest thing I learned from these gentlemen is number one, anything's possible. Mindset is 80% of success. Repeat out to me, put down in chat. Mindset is 80% of success. I know everybody want to come here and learn what's a tactical thing, what's how to do, how to get corporate clients, how to, rent it out, how to do, how to. You know what? If you're not clear on your why, if you're not clear on your vision, your purpose, if you're not clear on the state of mind, the mindset, you're never going to get there, right? So 80% of it is the mindset behind what we do. So I'm going to really try to tap into that for you tonight. You're with me? Okay. All right. So for example, these two met within my community. That's why I said turn on your camera, meet many people, chat it up, blow it up the chat, because like these two met in a community within a couple of months, they just working like regular like worker making 5 6K. Within a couple of months, they partner up, make two deals, and they replace their income within 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to replace your income within months, get freedom rest of your life. There you go. You want to have insurance booking like Sunny here, 3 months pay upfront, literally upfront money check. 3 months, here you go. Boom. It's like dropping a bucket for an insurance company at double the market rent. Okay, double the market rent. Okay. Or if you who here are moms, my hats go off to all the working moms out there, big time, right? Because we guys honestly have it easy. Okay. Y'all gotta deal with all the stuff, all the mess, and work full time. Crazy to think about that. So these two moms came to me, work full time with little kids running around, frustrated and burned out. Like, how am I going to do this stuff to Chau? I was like, follow the system, do what I tell you to do. And within months, you can replace your income. That's exactly what they did. Actually, and within 30 days, did 4 deals, 10K a month right away. 3 months later, she had 20K a month. She literally tripled her income within 3 months. So what do you do at your job anymore when you do that? You don't have to, right? So you literally have freedom within 3 months, travel around the world, now working a few hours a week, literally. On you, I mean, he want to work a few hours a week, travel around the world, right? Take vacation every week, she would tell you, okay? And now she can take her kids with her and travel all over the world. Same thing with Amanda, 5 little kids, right? So the goal for this is to show you how to do this business, how to build a six figures, pretty much passive income beyond Airbnb that nobody else is teaching. I know a lot of people are teaching about Airbnb, all of that stuff. Okay. This is not Airbnb. Okay. This is corporate housing, insurance housing. Y'all got me? 10 times better, 10 times easier. Okay. Now we do use Airbnb to get corporate clients. There's strategy for that. But we have like a ton of other resources outside of that. We tested thousands of different companies already, and we have our trade secret list of who are the best players, that are the best connection that we have to get corporate clients. Okay, so my story as an immigrant from Vietnam, we come over to America, live with one tiny bedroom, all four of us, my mom, my dad, my sister, and I. And I achieved the American, like I wanted to do the American dream, right? How many have been told the American dream is what? Go to school, get a good grade, become a doctor, lawyer, right? So monkey see, monkey do. That's what I did. All right. I'll be real with you guys. All right. So that's what I did. I mean, pretty much humble beginning. That's our backyard right there. We walk out, we hit the backyard, literally in the ghetto. Okay. In the deep south too. So, it's still better than where we came from. All you see all these people, like 15, 20 people here. You see that little shack back there? We all used to fit in that little shack right there. So, but anyway, with no English, by the way, when I come to America, no English, no connection whatsoever. So y'all know English. How many here know English today? You're way ahead of me, okay? So if I can do it, you can do it, okay? I just want to say that out there. All right. So anyway, so I fought tooth and nail, 8 years later, sleep on literally cold basement, eat ramen noodle, all the college stuff that you do, you know what I'm talking about? $5 pizza, $5 Subway. I've been there and done that, okay? I got you, right? You buy a Walmart chicken, you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? I did that for like 8 years, got my doctorate, got my MBA. I thought it was a hot shot. I got my white coat. I was like, I made it, mom. I'm gonna retire you, take care of you, take care of the family now. Next thing I know, hey, I did well. The first year I won the Fortune, I won the Pharmacy of the Year award for a Fortune 1 company. You heard it right, Fortune 1 company, the biggest company on earth. Okay. And I thought I made it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of you guys, no worry, mom, dad, all of that. Next thing I know, they sat me down and they gave me like a 2% raise that doesn't even keep up with inflation. And then they cut my staff by 30% because they know that I can handle it. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? How am I get financial freedom? And I started looking at my mentors who've been there for over 20 years and they were more frustrated, more burnout, have more health issues. And I was like, what am I going to do here? Okay. So if you want to know where you end up, just look at the mentor around your workplace, around where you're at going, that's where you're heading. If you don't like it, time to change. When would now be the best time? Tony Robbins said, right? We only have now. So let's make it happen now, guys. Right? Anyway, so I was trapped. On top of it all, my mom was diagnosed with cancer at the time. I really want to like just like drop everything and take care of her, but we didn't have the income. So I got to do some kind of businesses so I have time and money. It's not just about the money, it's about the time with your loved one, right? So I tried everything literally since I was like 11 years old selling candy in school, okay? But anyway, I tried drop shipping, I tried multi-level marketing when I was 18, day trading, franchise, multifamily, being a realtor. Anybody here try any of these things? Put down in the chat, you try some of those things. What are some challenges with these? What are some common theme in these that you see that I want to know what you guys think as well? Okay. So, um, yeah, exactly, right? Multi-level marketing. It's like calling your friends and family until you have no more friends and family. That's the whole game plan, pretty much. Okay. Or stalking people at the mall, at the supermarket. I'm like, this is not duplicatable, I don't think anybody want to be a stalker the rest of their life. Okay. Let's be real, right? Drop shipping, hey, you're gonna make like 20 bucks, everything automated. Yeah, right. You see how many millions of sellers are out there, right? And how many customers you get to make 10,000 a month at $20 profit, you need like 5,000, was it like, yeah, 500 customers or 5,000 customers, some crazy math, right? I was like, I don't want thousands of customers, that's like a full-time job, just keeping up with them, and now you got to compete with AI and everything like that. You can't even keep up. How you keep up with AI these days? Like, That's the biggest thing. AI is hot. AI is great. Everybody needs to adapt. I'm all about AI. I love AI, right? But if if it's not like if it's not something that come natural to you, or it's not something that you can make money from it, hey, AI, you really got to watch out, because all industry going to be affected. 90% of your job is not going to be out there. So your job security, come on, government shut down in America, there's no more job security. Even the government jobs, even the military, right? So what is security? How do you get there? We're going to cover that. But if you can get passive income from real estate, that's the one thing that AI will not like cannot touch, right? Literally, everybody need a place to sleep. Can AI replace that? No. You see what I'm saying? Right? And if you know how to help people to have a better place to sleep so they can go to work, they can have a better home while they are displacing from home, insurance, housing, you know, hello, it's always going to be here. It's always going to be there. You got me? And that's something that I cannot hack. You got me? So that is the most secure way for your future is, yes, do the AI thing. I'm all about it, but your main source of income for financial security for your future should be multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. Now we'll get into that, okay? But for right now, what are other options out there to make money, guys? Day trading, I did that too. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I lose hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight. I thought it was a big shot. I made like hundred, like three, 400,000 at one point, like the whole year. Like, oh yeah, I just made it, working a couple hours, trading here and there. I'm cool. One day, boom, half is gone. Oh, it's gonna come back. Another day, boom, another half is gone. Oh, it's gonna come back. Another week later, and I did that like several times. I like no more. No, thank you. I figured out that most of these like did you know there's like hedge fund companies that their entire job to hire hundreds of the sharpest, smarter people working full time is to take money out of your pocket as a retail trader. You think you can beat a company with hundreds of professionals that they can barely beat the market? I mean, come on, man. That's a pipe dream right there. Okay. Even if you do, it's like a heart attack waiting to happen, because every day you got to watch the market. Every day is just so scared, blah, 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 up and down. And, you fluctuate with the market. And can you control the market? No, no. But you can control, get another property like that. That's what you can control. You make money in your sleep. I like that better. Okay. Open a franchise, restaurant. Anybody have traditional business? I do. I did. I mean, not do. I don't more more. No, thank you. My family did dry cleaner, uh, restaurant, nail salon, all kind of traditional business, retail shop, you name it. We done it. You know how much it costs to invest in one? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. How long it takes to open, hire a bunch of employees? Years. And you know what you got? You got a full-time overtime job that you make maybe 50K, 100K a year. So big deal, you know? And you got to be there all the time, like freaking like 60 hours a week. Who want to have that lifestyle? You see what I'm saying? So that's not the way to go, because the overhead is way too high with traditional business. You got me? The overhead is way, way too high. Okay. Now, multifamily, all the ways to make money in real estate, commercial, what you got? Storage, I look at that too. Commercial buildings, multi apartments, families, all of that. All of those does work. I'm not saying it don't work, but it takes a lot for it to work, right? Like you need to have like hundreds of thousands of dollars at least to millions of dollars. How many here have hundreds of thousands of dollars liquid cash you can just drop like that? If you don't have that, those big deals are not for you. I'll be real with you, right? I know a lot of these gurus, they do it, a lot of them are my friends, stuff like that, but they need to start telling people the truth. The truth is, if you don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars and you don't have a lot of connections and you don't have a lot of time, multifamily is probably not for you. Okay. So because if you invest 100K in multifamily into a deal and you're a passive investor, you're only making 5%, which is $5,000 a year, $400 a month. Is that going to change your life? No, right? I mean, I have one of my friend invested like $500,000 into other people doing multifamily, and she's making like 2,000 a month. I'm like, is that going to change anything for your life? No. Like with this business, you can invest like 100K here and make 100K a year your first year. and we get into that, right? So, but I mean, disclaimer, this is not financial guarantee and all of that. It's not financial legal advice. Gotta put that out there. Okay. Being realtor, traditional real estate. How many are realtor? Okay. I was a realtor, working out. I mean, when I work out, right? No, I work night and weekends all the time, right? I make decent income, but if you don't have recurring income, you don't have a business, you have a job. Write that down, guys. My team put down in the chat. If you don't have recurring income, you don't have a business, you have a job. That's what my billionaire mentor told me many, many times, right? Because if you don't perform tomorrow, you don't close another deal, hey, what's going to happen to your income? It's not there. Question, who going to take care of your family? Nobody, okay? Even if you're a doctor, lawyer with all the degrees out the wazoo, all the credentials, all of that, but you don't able to have passive income, if your income is totally dependent on you for your family, who's going to take care of them this holiday if you lose your job tomorrow? No, that's what we just experienced with the government shutdown. Nobody getting paid. And I feel sorry for those people, right? But hey, nobody to plan but who? Ourselves, right? So now is the time. If you learn anything from this government shutdown, is there's no more job security. You got to figure this out. You got to build passive income. And the best way to do that is with real estate. You got it? Okay, good. So I was frustrated. I was burnt out. I was trapped, right? As a as a pharmacist working 50 hours a week, trying to figure out other kind of businesses, try everything else on the side. So another like 30, 40 hours a week. And I was like, I was going nowhere fast. I was lost, I was miserable, and I was rock bottom. So I've been there, guys. I really have, right? And I'm really like feel for all the people out there that's just got through like the biggest, longest government shutdown of the entire country. Okay. I know people are hurting up right now. Everybody. I know that. Okay. And I've been there. Okay. But this is where you turn it around. Okay. This is where you turn it around. Because this is when I met somebody that gave me the epiphany, and I thank that lady to this day. Okay. Because she showed me that you don't have to own the property to make money from it. Did y'all know that? You don't have to own anything to make money from it. You want to control everything. That's the key. If you can control or provide value to an asset, here's the crazy thing. She asked me a question I never forget. Like I'm asking you, does Airbnb even own any properties? No, and yet it become the number one real estate hospitality company in the world in the shortest amount of time, in like 10 years. What took the Hilton 100 years because their model is buying the property old school, right? Airbnb beat the Hilton within 10 years. Think about that. Is that crazy? That's crazy, right? Does Uber own any cars? No, right? And yet it become the biggest car company in the world because they leverage other people's stuff. So here I'm going to show you how to leverage other people's property. And when you can do that, the sky's the limit. You got me? Okay. So you know, this is not just about Airbnb, by the way, for those of you who just joined. Corporate housing, insurance housing is the best way. But this is to make an example for you can understand that the time has changed. The game has changed. Now it is the game of how do you add value to other people's properties, and you can make a cut from it. And that's how you scale fast. You only want to scale fast? Okay, exactly. All right. So who do you want to have more one-on-one call with me? All right. Okay. Usually I charge $3,000 an hour for the consultation. However, because of Thanksgiving and everything, I'm giving 5 spots. Only 5. First come, first serve. Okay. You gotta apply for it. The link's in the chat. Click on it, apply for it. Can't guarantee that you get me, but if you do, then I'd love to help you one-on-one for the whole hour. I only have 5 spots. I'm sorry, I got a lot of things going on too. So, it's a give back to the community. This is what I can do for you. So the link is in there if you want that. And if you do, if you're serious, I'd love to help you to get financial freedom the rest of your life. Okay. So that's it. I'm here to help. That's it. We're not selling anything today. So put your credit card away again. Don't worry about things. Just keep learning. Okay. So old model is exchange your time for money directly. Salary is even worse. And then they told us to put money into a safe place where 50 years from now we can have a retirement account. We're too old, we can't even enjoy it. Who didn't want that game plan, right? That's not even making any sense at all. You know what I'm saying? You ever wonder like why all the hedge funds manager, they're the one who drive Ferrari, travel around the world, live on yachts, and while most people is just slaving away. I mean, do you know anybody that this plan actually worked for, that they become a DECA millionaire? I'm talking about DECA millionaire, I'm not talking about a few $100,000 not gonna change anything, right? And they actually retire, travel around the world, and they do while they're young. No, guys, no. Okay. The model is definitely broken. All right. The new model, what's that? You want to earn money while you sleep. How many want to earn money while you sleep? You create an equitable business model where you earn money while you sleep. It's not directly exchange for your time. Your time is so much more valuable than money, guys. Okay. Time is not money. Okay. Time is priceless, right? You agree, right? Anyway, continue to reinvest into your business for years, and then you have multiple streams of income backed up by real estate. What's the holy grail to financial freedom, guys? Is it your job? Is it your government job? Well, that's proven. Is it a military job? Not even that, right? Is it your company? Is it your degrees? Is it your house that you own? Is it any? No, guys, right? The holy grail to financial freedom, from what I learned from all of these billionaires, is multiple sources of income by real estate, multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. All right. All right. Well, we got a first booker right there. That's fast. I applaud that. Okay. Make fast decision. That's awesome. Actually, yeah, I think that one, I actually have one spot open for tonight. So you lucked out. I think they first come, first serve, like I said. So that's probably me. I'll probably see you there tonight. Okay. Yeah, no, this is for real. This is one-on-one call with me for an hour, value of $3,000. So 5 spots I opened as a happy Thanksgiving for my followers and all the people. So again, first come, first serve, book a link in the chat. And of course, there are some things you gotta be, a little bit, what do you call it? You gotta apply it and make sure it's a decent fit before and give you that time as well. But even if it's not fit or if it's past my 5 spot, I have 2 advisors. They can give you at least 20, 30 minutes of their time. So either way, you're gonna win, right? The only way you're not gonna win is if you don't do what's the next step is. If you don't do this, honestly, why you're here. All right. I'm not that entertaining, guys. You can go watch Netflix. It's way more entertaining. There's a lot of great show out there. But if that's not, is that going to change your life? No, right? So if you're here, make the most of it. That's why I love when people take action like that. Like how you say, Paul? Yes. That's Tony Robbins would say, hey, during a moment of inspiration, take the action. Right? Moment of inspiration, take the action. Action, 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 action. The formula for success, you know what the formula for success is? Fail forward faster. That's the formula for success. You can want to fail forward as fast as you can, adjust, adjust, and go along the way, and build multiple sources of income backed up by real estate. That is the key for you to get passive income, the key to financial freedom the rest of your life. That's the holy grail to financial freedom. MSIs backed up by real estate. Write that down. Okay. Because real estate is the way for you to make money in your sleep. It's been done thousands of years and it's going to be done for thousands more years, right? All the other businesses, you really don't make money in your sleep, right? It's still very active. You're working 40 hours a week, 60 hours a week to get it off the ground. And then you work maybe 20, 30 hours a week. What you got to do after they checked in for 3 months, 6 months at a time? Absolutely nothing. Okay. They check in for 3 months, 6 months at a time. They don't even want to see you. That's the beautiful thing about real estate, corporate housing. Yes, Paul. That's right. Okay. So I've lost thousands of hours though. It wasn't always easy, right? In the beginning, very hard because I wasn't have this, what you guys have now. man, it was like a jungle 15 years ago when I started this whole journey, you know? I mean, 20 years in long-term real estate, but 15 years in when Airbnb just got out and we were figure things out. So I had to like close down. I was so confused about picking the right location, pricing strategy, managing staff, hospitality experience. Who wouldn't have any issue with that? Like I did, right? I lost thousands of hours and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had to close down more than 10 of these things, right? The good news is I can save you from these nightmares. Okay, that's the good news because I had no mentor, I had no support group, I have no little help with all the little stuff that come when it comes to this business, right? Okay, but even with that, I scaled 20 something corporate rental and the rest in history. Why is this different? Clients stay for months instead of days. That's the biggest difference. Okay. Average stay 3 to 6 months instead of 3 to 6 nights. How many want that? Right? That's 30 times longer stay. That means there's 30 times less work, less headache. You got it? You're gonna make 2 times the market rent while you minimize management. 2 times the market rent while you minimize management. You're gonna make 10 times less management equal 10 times more freedom. You got me? How many want to say 10 times more freedom? You want more freedom? There you go. Why is more freedom? Because what kind of clients is best? Like the best clients is the one, check this out. They don't want to see you, they don't want to talk to you, and they wire you monthly automatic income. You got me? That's it. That's where can you get that? Tell me, where can you get that except for corporate housing, right? Any other business, any other company, industry, even your doctor, lawyer, you got to see the client. Even you make 500 bucks an hour, 1,000 bucks an hour, you still have to see the client to make the money. This, you make money in your sleep. You got me? So that's why you have 10 times freedom. Yeah. Who here can see that for themselves, right? What would you do with that freedom? Okay. Who would you take care of, right? So 10 times less risk and 10 times less headache because it's a business to business versus business to consumer. You got me? A B2B versus B2C. If you rent out to regular Airbnb, regular, people, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's a lot more headache. Right? You experience evictions, people late for their rent, chase them down to get rent or go to court and all of that. We don't have to do any of that here. I mean, guess how many evictions we have to deal with in the last 10 years we've been doing this, helping hundreds of people just like you as well. Give me a guess. You know, we have hundreds people done hundreds of deals, right? Even if one of my students have one eviction for the past 10 years, that's hundreds of eviction. That's still good, right? Will you agree? Even if you have one eviction for the past 10 years, I've hundreds of my student. Zero, exactly. That's the best number with eviction, right? That's what I love about this business, right? So anyway, why? Because companies, insurance companies, they're not going to play around. They're going to pay, okay? I mean, they have a multi-million-dollar business, sometimes billion-dollar business. You think they're going to kid around with some chump change rental? Of course not. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's amazing, okay? All right. And then you escape a lot of regulations and have a lot of tax exempt as well. A lot of regulation, a lot of tax exempt. So, okay. So do you use that strategy for your advantages, not a loophole? People talk about actual tax code apply if they are smart. Okay. All right. So I can't give this not tax or financial legal advice. What I can say is because this is a medium term over 30 days rental, a lot of places you don't have to pay the hotel tax that you have to pay with short-term rental. Short-term is anything less than 30 days. You see? So you escape a lot of that and a lot of regulations that come with short-term rental as well. A lot of regulations, right? So that's why we have built this community for a reason, right? You got me? So there you go. So what's the difference between short-term and mid-term? Short-term, anything less than 30 days. Mid-term, longer than 30 days. Okay. Short-term, you have tenants who are there. Usually vacationer, party, drug, alcohol, common, right? Mid-term, companies, corporate employees, insurance families going through like fire, flood, hurricane, or just renovating their home, being at home away from home. So these are way, way better tenants, right? You got me? They don't want to lose their job. So they're not going to party. They probably go and rent your Airbnb down the street from me and party there, but not at our place. You got me? So that's why, okay? And then short term, how many here how many have short term? Put down the chat. I want to know more of the audience here, okay? How many in here are like sick and tired of doing like hiring the cleaners that don't show up, or sometimes you gotta go up there and clean up yourself, or you gotta always be on the chat and text them and call and talk to the client and all of that, right? Of course, right? So that's why, that's why this is amazing with the midterm, with the corporate clients. You don't have to, they're not checking every few days, every few months. You got me? So the length of stay is 30 times longer. So the workload is 30 times less, right? Logically makes sense. Okay. And then you save a ton of money from the cleaning, from the supplies as well. We did the math one time for on average, if you do a short-term rental, you're gonna spend about $500 more to $800 more a month in cleaning, in supplies, in people, because everything's going up now, right? Even people with supplies and all of that. No, with us, we do a supply one time, that's it. 3 months, 6 months, they get the rest of the stuff, on their own, right? And then we have we do like one deep clean every 36 months. So we're not doing cleaning every single week. Who wants to do that? Right? Nobody. Okay. So the difference between owning versus renting as well, why do we teach people how to arbitrage instead of owning? So quick story, right? How much does it take for you to buy a property these days? Okay. Hundreds of thousands of dollars to put down, hundreds of thousands of dollars to rehab, right? Pretty much. For the same amount of capital, you can go out and rent 10 houses. So you make money from 10 houses from one instead of one, right? So do you want to make money from 10 houses or one house? Put down in the chat, guys. It's not a trick question, okay? 10, exactly, right? You want to make money from the 10 houses now, or you want to make money saving up, buy a house, 5 years, 5 years later, save another money, buy another house? Which one? Right? It's gonna take you like 30 years for you to buy 10 houses for most people, right? Versus you can rent, literally do 2 a month, 5 months from now, you have 10 houses, make you 20K a month. Imagine you make 20K a month, getting financial freedom rest of your life, right? That's it. That's why it's so much better. And plus, all your life saving into your house. Imagine you take that. You want to diversify your risk in 10 houses instead of just one, right? Of course, you see. You want to be in 10 different markets. You can test out, start out 3 different markets and then double down on the market that work. Or you want to put all your eggs into one house that you buy and now you're stuck with it. And now if you want to get out of it, you got to sell. And good luck selling in this market. You see the difference? Way more risk, like 10 times to like 50 times more risk. And slow. Like the old traditional real estate is like Flintstone. You walk into your destination, right? You roll Flintstone. You remember Flintstone? Okay. Arbitrage is like you go on, you take a flight, you get there, like, or at least like a car or something versus just walking there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we do arbitrage so much faster, so much less, less headache and less risk. Now the other, if you want to have zero risk, zero money down, which I will go over a little bit later, is something called co-hosting or partnering, property management. Zero money down. You make less than arbitrage, but you don't have any risk. How many want to have no risk and have high reward, right? That's the biggest thing I learned from these billionaires too, is something called asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. Put that down. Asymmetrical risk to reward ratio. Okay. Anybody can do a fix and flip. You risk 100K to make 100K, right? That's a typical fix and flip. If you make it, most fix and flip I know couldn't sell their house now because of the interest rate, the market, all of that. So now they're stuck with it, right? Now they got rented out. Don't be that, try not to be that, okay? So anyway, with a regular fix and flip, you risk 100K to make 100K. That's a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But with arbitrage, you're risking just a few $1,000 of rent and you're making 10 times that during the next year or two, right? So 10 times the reward. Does that make sense? So You only need to be right 1 out of 10 times here on the arbitrage side to make money. How many can be right 1 out of 10 times? Okay. Of course, right? But with owning with fix and flip, you gotta be right 100% of the time. Otherwise, you're gonna lose 100K like that, 100K like that, right? How many 100K can you lose? You see what I'm saying? So that's something I learned for all these billionaires. They don't do any deals unless it's asymmetrical risk to reward, right? At least 5 to 1. In our case, more like 10 to 1 or 20 to 1. Does that make sense? That makes sense? So that's why we do what we do. So this is a formula. Take a screenshot of this, put this somewhere. This is all you need to get financial freedom. This is exactly what I did, what I help a lot of people to do as well. So month one, just do one property, make 2K a month net income. Month two, you do two property, now you have 6K a month. Month three, you do two more property, now you have 10K a month. How many here can retire 10K a month, financial freedom? A lot of people can, right? Shoot, you take that, you go to like Bali or some other side of the world and you live like king and queens. You're good. You know? Now, if that's not enough, 20K a month is where you want to be because of inflation and everything now. So do two more. By month six, you have 11 property, make you 20 something K a month. That's 264K a year. That's $2.6 million. Put that into a trust fund, split that out, your family generational wealth. That's the game plan. You like it? 6 months game plan instead of, guys, did you know how long it takes for me to make 10K a month as a doctor? 8 years of school, 400K in debt, school loan, all of that, right? To do what? To make 10K, maybe 15K a month if I work double time or overtime. I was like, what is this, right? This you can make this. By the way, I was working 40, 50 hours a week. This you're working 4 hour work week. Okay. Maybe in the beginning, 10 hours. That's it. After you learn, the other 5 hours is more like learning. It's more like training. But after 3 months, you should know as much as like most of everybody here know without community, and you can scale back to 4 hour work week. How many here want to make six-figure income working 4 hour a week, travel around the world, do whatever you want to do, right? Yes, exactly. That's what we do. Okay, that's what we help people to do all the time. Hundreds of clients. Okay, if that's not enough to scale it out within a year, you even make 50K a month. So book a free call with us already. If you haven't, I see a lot of people booking ready. So hopefully we have enough room for everybody. If not, just book it out. Just put in the information. We do something for you. Okay. If not me, then my advisor can help you too. All right. So with that being said, let me see if some of my students on the line here. I don't know. Hey, my team, you see some of my students. I invited several people. Hopefully they can make it. If they are, then definitely call them out and bring them on here. Okay. So let me see here. I know Stephen was supposed to come, or Jen, anybody? That okay. While you do that, definitely you know, look and pour them out. I'm gonna lay an amazing testimonial here for you. I'll link the testimonials, put down in the chat. We literally have hundreds of them. So you can just check them out yourself too after you get off this call here. Okay. So testimony. Let me play this one. We have hundreds of testimonial guys nationwide in almost every major state, every major city in America. Okay. Even Grant Cardone shouting out to the community too, to his community. Well, his community is huge, right? We're right here, me on his yacht right here. So you want to watch this real quick? You know what? We're gonna play this one highlight. This the first person here is pretty much like single mom and just by herself, right? And if we can help her within literally 9 months to create financial freedom, why not you, right? Why not now? So that level here, okay. Sorry, guys. I'm out here. There's a little storm out here, so internet a little slow. Let's see if I can go up here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if I can do this. Spencer. All right, Spencer, come on in. Spencer is one of my students. Let's bring him on in and bring him on the show. All right. Spencer, are you with us? He's just getting settled in, connecting audio. Bring Spencer on here. Everybody give Spencer a hand here, okay? Spencer, you there? What's gonna happen? You spotlight Spencer, team. There you go. All right, Spencer. Welcome, Spencer. Unmute yourself. Yeah. And welcome to the family. Everybody, welcome, Spencer. Tell us a little bit quickly about your background and also your success before and after this business without help. You unmute yourself. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm Spencer from West Palm Beach, Florida, and uh, I'm retired. I'm a retired law enforcement officer, and I got involved with this business because of my interest in starting a corporate housing myself, type of situation. And I came across Dr. Chau's program, and it seemed to be the perfect fit with what I was thinking about doing. So, but I did do it kind of the hard way. I had a property I already owned, and I converted that, put a lot of money into converting it to.
Officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job next.
Okay, go ahead, Spencer. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, okay. But I had renovated the house, and I decided I wanted to, instead of a short-term rental, I wanted to do corporate housing. And it's been a journey because of the way I did it. It probably is easy to do it co-hosting or, you know, acquiring a different property that's already existing and you furnish it. Or the best deal is, if you co-host with someone already have everything in place. But nevertheless, that's my journey. And recently, once I got everything in place, the licenses and everything, I just recently got a 6 months booking through
Nice.
a construction company. And
Nice.
yeah, for 6 months. Yeah. Mhm.
Give him a hand, guys, at pretty much like double the market rent for her, right?
Yes,
Awesome.
double the market rent. So we
Nice.
went through all the process of screening, credit checks, and they signed the contract. So I'm just waiting for December 1st to arrive and for the guests to arrive and make sure they're accommodated appropriately. And hopefully they extend the project because they're working on a construction project in the area. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, right? And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, not, well, from our experience, 95, 99% of the time they will extend as well.
Mhm.
So that's incredible what you can accomplish, and those 6 months, what you gotta do during those time. I mean, you really gotta like go over there and talk to them and take them out to coffee and all of that. That
Yeah. Well, what I said earlier, I am partnering with a young lady that has a cleaning company, but they do other services also. But it's under my umbrella of my brand. She won't be promoting her company; it'll be promoting me. So it's like I'll be providing these services to them, and they will be welcoming digitally. They'll have a digital
right.
contact number to be able to get in. They need anything, they can reach out to her, who's my representative, and they'll be offered one complimentary cleaning during their stay.
Right,
So
right,
yeah, we
right.
want to make
So
sure we.
bottom line, you how much you making with this one property per month?
Yeah, it's like double the rent, like
Yeah,
$5,500. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Right. And with our help too, how has our help helped you to do this and actually have a business? I know you have your your business and everything up and running too. So how is
Right.
coaching and our community help you to do that?
Yeah, just follow the instructions for us. Once you get established and get everything in place with your LLCs and stuff, because you want people to take you seriously, so just get everything up and running so you can feel confident when you're doing your pitch to people and you have the organization and your credentials to back you up. And when they look it up, they'll say, hey, this guy looks legit. And then you have your own personalized story like I have mine. And in fact, I think even moving forward and make it even easier, because once you do finally get that first deal into place, you become the expert. You know it works. You can tell them about your experience at it, and feel confident in what you're doing. Just follow the system, and it can definitely work for you. So just got to hang in there.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you tell people, well, first of all, could you could you have done it without our help? And also,
Mhm.
how likely is it for you to get success if you
Yeah.
get our help?
Well, I mean, it's a lot of stuff out there online, and I'm not going to lie about that, but, it simplifies the process for you. It gives you a system to work with, and it gives you a community and a team of people that you can go to simplify things for you and get going a lot quicker than if you try to figure out everything on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I tell everybody, you can do this yourself. Absolutely, right? It's just going to
Mm.
take you usually 10 times longer to 50 times longer. That's all.
Right.
And then it going to cost you 10 times more in mistakes, and then 10 times more headache and frustration, right? Or
Right.
boom, get 6 months booking like this, and you don't have to worry about it, right? So what
Right.
do you tell people who's on the fence, looking at community, and and they're kind of on the fence because of what's
Mhm.
going on with whatever the economy, whatever, they're scared. That's okay. But what would you tell them?
Yeah. I tell you, just go for it. I mean, you've already invested in the program, so
Mhm.
just go for it. Don't hold back. It does work. In fact, I think I was on a Zoom the other night and I was telling Dr. Chau about, now I keep getting inquiries about the property for the same period of time I already have it booked.
Mhm.
And he said, hey, that's a perfect opportunity to try to co-host now, because I got people contacting me looking for a property, but I have to say, unfortunately, mine is not available. But that is an opportunity to try to partner with other people in the area, co-host,
Yes.
and provide them with their needs. I think the main thing is understanding what the 6 H's are to get you started with a good
Yes.
foundation, but also know your local market and what's going on, because I know that I'm kind of surrounded by professional baseball team practice fields. So this time of the year, they're coming in for their training. So people that represent the players are trying to find housing for them. And they reached out to me. I got families coming to want to stay and see them practice, or their families, they're looking for housing. So know what's going on in your specific area, whether it's
Right.
professional teams going, trying to locate, doing training practices, or whatever conventions your time of the year, is going to be
Yeah.
happening. Know your local market
Awesome.
and kind of market to those people. Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely. So great job, and thank you for your service. 30 years in the military. I mean, in the office as a police officer. So thank you for your service. Appreciate you, Spencer. Everyone, give him a hand. All right.
Yeah.
Have a
Okay.
good day.
All right. Take
Appreciate
care,
it.
guys.
Take care,
Yeah.
guys. All right, guys. Cool. So you hear it right there, guys. Live, and good to go. Right. Um. So link is in the chat for those who want to book a call. That's the only offer I have today. That's it. So you want to change your life? That's my Thanksgiving, gift for you. So make sure you don't miss out on that. And within my community, you're gonna meet hundreds and hundreds of other people, just like Spencer, that's everyday regular people, you know, and within months getting success, right? So that's the best thing about this business is once you get the booking, pretty much don't get doing anything, pretty much. So here, just watch this. Wake up, work now. So I was loading.
I'm officially leaving my pharmacist career, the job, next month. I'm gonna be drafting my resignation letter. Well, I have other business
It is
endeavor
okay.
as well. So in addition to that, I'm gonna focus on that and get
This,
corporate
you guys see it?
housing.
How much are you making now?
About on average $20,000. Last month was my biggest month.
All right. Sorry, guys, I'm at the beach, so there's a little storm out.
Was I grossed $50,000.
Wow.
First time.
How long did it take you to get?
9 months now?
How long did it take you to become a pharmacist? 9 months. You got to 20K, 30K a month within 9 months. Check that out. Instead of
We got 2 appointments on Tuesday for 2 houses.
Nice.
And I made a personal goal to at least get 8 houses before the end of the year. And I'm gonna do everything I can to beat that number.
20K a month. Let's
Yeah.
go.
We started 5 months ago, and since then, an average of 1 every month. I'm at 6 right now. Just talked to another landlord last night. Looks like we'll probably sign number 7 here next week. It's exciting.
Right. How much are we making with this?
About 12,000 a month.
1,000 a month. Yeah. So peaceful, man. Look at this guy. He's glowing. He got money on his face, man.
I've been doing about 1 a month, but I think in the next 12 months, I want to do 20 in the next 12 months.
The best part is he's not a doctor, lawyer, guys. Guess what he does for a living? He drives truck. Okay. Now, it's honest living and it's all good, but it's just telling you that you don't have to have any kind of, formal education or all of this stuff. You can be a trucker like Uriah here. And then he scaled to 20 properties within his first year and then retired in his 30s, rest of his life. So what's the freedom worth for you?
I'm a realtor in San Antonio. Life before was good, but life now is great. I started in mid-May or something like that. Got my property in June. Took about 2 weeks, furnished it, launched it. Less than 24 hours after that, I got a booking, and I've been 100% booked ever since.
Let's go. And how much profit are you making on that property per month?
I net about 3K a month from that property.
Yeah, you're not really doing much of anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. The network you provide, man. The tools you provide, people we're around. We teach us so much knowledge, man.
I met Dr. Chau at one of the Tony Robbins events, and he told me about this business. So I decided to take action right away. My wife really loved this idea. It took me about a couple of weeks. I got the place fixed up. It looked good. The first house, I averaged about $7,000 profit.
A month, by the way.
A month. I really like the program. Everything is good. I'm working on my second property. It's just that because I've been doing it for 3 months. So if I would have had 3 houses, I probably would have had another 50K or something in my pocket. So yeah, it's good money, easy money. You'll be in some beach somewhere and just, getting paid. So that's cool.
I am a student with Dr. Chau's mentorship. We finally got our rentals, our arbitrage, so everything's going good. We got our bookings. And yesterday we joined the elite. Honestly, with this, we get to know everything Dr. Chau knows. We get to be personal friends with him. It's so much like education because the value, it's way more than what he says. And in my opinion, it's the greatest thing that he's going to do for everyone in this room. Thank you, Dr. Chau.
And how old are you?
I'm 15.
Let's go. 15. All right. I love that. I love that one. So if you guys have kids and all of that, listen very carefully. I give scholarship to all your kids and your nieces and nephew. Imagine instead of them, I'm all about college, but hey, go to college, but you're never going to learn how to be financial free in college, right? So when you want them to hang out with our community, have a mentor who been there and done it, that kid right there, 15 years old, is making more than a lot of adult make now. Okay, that's the power of a duplicatable system and the power of the community. You got me? Community is the most important thing. 100 people, no one person can be 100 people. I learned that a long time ago. Not even 10 people usually, but 100 people, right? So for me, I know I don't know much of a lot of things. So why not getting hundreds of the best people together and look at what we come up with? Look at the community we built, right? Everybody help everybody.
Dr. Chau, your sound is a bit weak.
My sound is weak.
Yes, we can't really hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
A little bit more.
Hello? A little bit more? Is it
Yes,
better now?
please.
Is it better now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, what's going on? Okay. All right. So I'm just saying that, that 15 years old, single mom and a truck driver can do this. Why not you? Right? Why not now? Right? So, okay, let's dive in. We're gonna go over the 4-step proprietary system on how to do this business. What is the good location? How to find the right location? What is a good deal, bad deal? What are some criterias that these corporate clients are look for as well? How do you set up to stand out? All this stuff I'm gonna go over now and then tomorrow as well. So let's dive straight in, okay? So sounds good. Okay. All right. So let's tackle the most important thing in real estate. What is that? Location, location, location. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you about how to pick up the right location now, how to negotiate with landlord to get them back for your property. Okay. Literally back to have your property, right? To have their property. Okay. How do you do that? Okay. So happen here. And I'll keep in mind, get ready because after this, I'm gonna analyze your market for you. So for the first 3 people, first come, first serve, I will analyze how many want me to analyze your market for you. Okay. Analyze your deal for you. Okay. So I can do that for you. All right, good, Joey. Good. All right. So what states are best for midterm rental or corporate housing? Look for bigger cities. Higher cost of living is actually good. The bigger the population is good. Okay. Why? Because where attention flow, money flow, right? When there's people, there's money flow. Okay. There's companies, there's businesses. And people complain about inflation and I get it, right? Me too. Like nobody like it. But hey, if you are a landlord, you love inflation, okay? You actually make more. So for example, if your cost of living is high, like Florida or California, well, you can rent it higher, you see? So in Texas, you make like 2,000 a month. In California, Florida, you make like 3 or 4,000 a month net income after mortgages and everything after arbitrage. Does that make sense? Okay. So populated and large cities, up and coming cities, cities in transition, all of these are very, very important as well. That are, is your city growing, right? Is your city have people coming in, more people moving in and moving out? One of the key factors, look at the U-Haul statistic of where the people are moving in or out of, right? The people moving into, boom, it's good. Okay. What make a location ideal for midterm rentals? Write this down, 3 H's, guys: highways, hospitals, and hotels. Okay, it took me many years to figure out. But the reason why is when 2 highway intersect, where attention flow, money flow, right? So when 2 highway intersect, the government had put out $1 trillion into building our highway system, and then the hotel put hundreds of millions of dollars to build their hotel. Hospital put billions of dollars to build a hospital. Don't you think they done their research? Of course they done the research. So follow the wells, you can succeed. Write that down, okay? Follow the wells and you're gonna succeed. All right. So boom, there you go. Highways, hospital, hotel. Got it? Very, very important. Avoid downtown and HOA restricted area. Why? Because downtown is a lot of politics, not a lot of parking. HOA area, HOA sucks for our business. Like we don't like them. Okay, HOA is like, I won't say the enemy, but yeah, I mean, they're not really on our side. Okay, so if you can find some place where HOA is not very restricted, single family home in nice suburban neighborhood is a great model to look at. Okay. Now that doesn't mean if you own a condo, you have 2 bedroom. Of course, this will help. We can help you maximize earning and all of that. But if you're going to expand your business, why not go for the nicest house in the nicest neighborhood? What you gotta lose? Nothing. Okay. If you do co-host and partnering or private management, you don't even have to put any money down. So there's no risk. You see? If you do arbitrage, there's a little bit of risk, but you're making a lot of money. For one house, you can make the same as two condos. So why go and take more work on yourself when you can do one house? You get what I'm saying? Right? And the spread is much, much, much better with the houses, right? That's why companies, we actually saving them. Let's say you have 4 employees. Are you gonna rent one house or 4 hotels? Of course, one house. You got me? That's why there's a business. We're saving company like 50, 70% off of their savings, right? And then if you are a family with pets, with dogs, with little kids, you want to stay in a house or you want to stay in a condo or a hotel? Of course, a house. You see what I'm saying? So that's why we stick with the model of nice suburban neighborhood with good school is the best way to do this business, okay? What are the risks associated with poor location choices? Of course, low seasonality, low demand, higher vacancy rate, difficult to attract quality tenants, decreased property value. That's why location, the most important. You all know why? Why is location the most important? If you all know, then you probably do. But it's basically is the only thing about the deal that cannot be changed. You can change anything about the house, everything, and gut the whole house and everything, but you cannot change the location, right? So that's why. Got me? Okay, okay. How does location impact pricing for midterm rental? Seasonality. Okay, seasonality will affect short-term rental. That's why we do midterm corporate housing because it's a lot more stable, right? A lot more steady. Okay. Now, of course, if it's condo or HOA area and all of that is the apartments, they change ownership every few years and sometimes change policy. You have a lot more neighbors around. So that's why, it's not very sustainable. Okay. That's why you want to stick with a single family home. Okay. That's the best way. Okay. Now, again, if you already have condos, we can still maximize, you still get double the market rent, all of that. But why not expanding in bigger area, better deals, right? Oversaturated area is impacted as well, in a lot of areas, if you just on Airbnb, it's super hard to compete if you just on Airbnb these days, right? Because everybody, grandma, can post on Airbnb, right? And then undercut you. That's why we have the community. That's why we have a lot of sources of connections. We tested literally thousands of sources around the last 10 years with hundreds of my members to have our trade secret list of all the people we actually deal with, all the people that actually give you corporate housing, corporate clients, and insurance clients. So that's why our mentees get success. It's definitely not by accident. We help brand new people make 6 figures within 6 months, as you see there, from trucker to 15 years old to single mom. Okay. It's definitely by design, right? And because of all the connection that we have built. So what are the strategy of competing in saturated market? Definitely do midterm, not short term, guys. If there's the biggest thing that you want to like know and really pass on is definitely convert over to corporate housing, insurance housing as fast as you can because, hey, whether you like it or not, the recession is here. I'm going to break it up to you, right? And what's the first thing people cut during recession? Vacation. Okay. Vacation. Okay. But they still have to show up for work, right? They still have to do job. And insurance housing, where they still pay, they obligate to pay, they're under contract, you see? The other thing you got to set up to stand out. And we have a whole module for that. That's another topic for tomorrow that I will tell you about how to set it up where it's catered to the corporate clients and will stand out. Okay. And then do arbitrage. Don't buy. Definitely don't buy right now. Okay. For one deal that you buy, you can do 10 arbitrage. Your money go 10 times faster, 10 times less risk, 10 times easier. You get it? Okay. And then if you buy a property and if you made the wrong decision, you gotta take months for it to sell, if you can sell it at all, and you get stuck with it, right? And then with arbitrage, you can test the market. What if? Think bigger, guys. Think 10 houses at a time, okay? Instead of buy one, you can test out 3 different markets with arbitrage or with co-hosting. And those 3 markets, when it work, double down the market that work. That's it. You see? Isn't that a lot less riskier, right? Than buying the property or rehabbing. Guys, if you think about rehabbing and all of that, save yourself the trouble, okay? The cost of everything skyrocketed these days, right? Labor costs, all those things. So whatever the contractor tell you, just double that by 2. I don't even want to touch any rehab at all. And no, thank you, right? It's gonna take twice as much and twice as long, whatever the contractor tell you. You don't know that by now, okay? I'd rather be on the other side and rent it out to construction company, to roofing company, to electrical company, to any kind of those company, because I know 99% of the time they will extend, or insurance family who going through renovation, because I know 99% of the time they will extend, okay? And extension is like free money, right? I don't know if one of my students, Jan Smith, is on here. She just made $8,000 from a 6 weeks extension. $8,000 in her pocket, pay upfront. And guess how much time does that take more? Literally sign the extension. That's it. Done. Okay. I mean, what you gotta do during those time? You don't gotta go over and talk to them or take them out or lunch and dinner and all that stuff. It's not like doctor and lawyer. You gotta go see the client to make money, right? That's what it's like, free money when it comes to extension. Okay, the formula. What does it take for arbitrage? So first month rent, first month deposit, okay, is the initial expense, okay, or investment, I should say expense. So fix that, my team. Initial investment, okay. You can buy the furniture, you can even rent the furniture, okay. So with our help, or we can save you thousands of dollars on furniture as well. Make sure you come back for the furniture section tomorrow, okay. Save you thousands of dollars on furniture. So each of these houses, typical 3-2, you can furnish the whole place for $7,000 to $9,000, knowing where we know. Okay, I mean that's awesome, right? And then, or you can even rent the furniture. What do you charge the corporate clients? You charge 2 times the rent plus or minus utilities, depending on the season a little bit. If it's hot season, you can add on utilities. If it's less hot season, low season, you can minus utilities. It's a few $100. It's okay, right? What kind of return? Well, if you do the math, it's take about 10 to 15K to do a deal with the arbitrage, instead of hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy the property, rehabbing it, and you can make money from month 1, by the way. So literally, as you make 2-3K a month, 5 months from now, you make 15, you make it back, right? You make it back in 6 months is the goal. Your first year in business, you double your investment. That's ridiculous, right? I have my MBA. We studied business, right? The average business takes 5 years to break even. 5 years. 90% of them fail. This business, you break even within 6 months, guys. Do you understand the power of this? 6 months. Your first year, you double your income, and you follow what we do, you have a 90-something% success rate. Okay. And the best part is, because we understand asymmetrical risk to reward ratio, right? Mindset, 80%, all these things, all the connection that we build, leveraging the whole community, track record, everything, right? All these things add up where you have so much high success, and you have so much like stack in your favor, your risk stack in your favor, reward 10 times your risk, right? So what you gotta fear except for yourself, guys? Make it happen. Okay. So if you want 10, 15K a month, do 5 of these. You can do 1 a month, get there in 5 months, or you can be like one of my badass students who got there in 1 month. He come in, he's like, I'm just gonna like just blow this thing out of the water. He did 5 arbitrage deal within 1 month, make 15, 20K a month, retire on the beach. That's badass. Okay, that is badass. Okay, I would love one of you guys beat that number. We want to beat that number. Okay, That's exactly right, right? The best part is he had to fly back home to Canada, take care of his mom for 6 months, and that money is still rolling in. That's the best part. It's not the money, it's the freedom to take care of your loved one. You got me? Okay. All right. Formula for co-hosting. Initial expense, guess what? Goose egg, zero. Maybe some gas money, okay? Because there's a lot of people suffering. Hey, check this out. You're gonna love this. Um, because the landlord, a lot of people are suffering with vacation rental. They don't know what they're doing. They're working for free. How many here have regular vacation rental? People who are just break even, right? Working for free, right? If you call them up and say, hey, we have corporate connections, how will you like to partner up? What do you think they're gonna say?